2025 is packed with incredible anime like Solo Leveling, Blue Box, Re:Zero, and Dr. Stone Science Future. And that's just a fraction of what's coming this year. But today we're not talking about the big names. Instead, I'll be sharing 5 newly released hidden gems that most people aren't talking about. If you're tired of waiting an entire week for new episodes, only for them to feel way too short, then these anime are perfect for binge watching. So, without further ado, let's jump right in. First up, we have About the Movement of the Earth. This historical drama with a touch of philosophical depth takes us back to 15th century Poland, a time when heretical ideas could lead to execution by fire. The story follows Rafal, a child prodigy expected to major in theology, the most esteemed subject of the era. However, his fate takes an unexpected turn when he meets a mysterious man and begins researching a potential truth hidden within forbidden ideas. Not only does this anime have an amazing storyline, but the animation is also top-notch. If you love anime that blends historical themes with deep character writing, think the Heike story or Vinland Saga, this is one you don't want to miss. It's thought-provoking, beautifully animated, and easily one of the best sleeper hits of the year. Next, we have a hilarious twist on the Isekai and Villainess genre. From Bureaucrat to Villainess, Dad's been reincarnated. Yes, you heard that right. In this series, a middle-aged, overworked government official suddenly finds himself reincarnated as the villainess of an anime game. Instead of the usual, I must change my fate route, he decides to use his real-world bureaucratic skills to navigate the nobility and fix the kingdom's failing economy. This anime is hilarious, filled with witty dialogue, political satire, and some of the most unexpectedly wholesome moments. If you enjoyed The Genius Prince's Guide to Raising a Nation Out of Debt or My Next Life as a Villainess, this is right up your alley. Next is Failure Skill Nutmaster. The title may sound like a joke, but this is one of the most unique takes on the fantasy adventure genre. In a world where everyone is blessed with powerful abilities, Light Underwood dreams of becoming the greatest adventurer in history. However, when he consumes a skill fruit, he ends up with the seemingly useless skill of Berry Master, an ability with no combat application, only useful for cultivating fruit. Meanwhile, his childhood friend Lena acquires the legendary Sword Saint skill, leaving Light far behind. Determined to catch up, he dedicates his days to farming and rigorous sword training. One day, fate takes an unexpected turn. Light accidentally consumes a second skill fruit, an act that should have been fatal. But instead of dying, he unlocks the Sword God skill, a power beyond anything he ever imagined. What was once a hopeless struggle turns into an extraordinary journey of growth, discovery, and defying expectations. With a perfect balance of humor, action, and creative world building, this is a must-watch for fantasy fans. Coming up next is Worthless Appraiser. In a world where a person's magic and combat abilities are determined at birth, Ein is unfortunate enough to be born with the lowest ranking power. Looked down upon and treated as useless, he tries to carve out a path as an adventurer, hoping to prove his worth. However, his so-called comrades constantly belittle and abuse him, both physically and verbally. Eventually, they abandon him altogether, pushing him to the depths of despair. Just when he is about to lose all hope and decide to kill himself, a goddess appears before him, saving his life and reigniting his will to keep going. It is then that Ein realizes his so-called weak ability is far more powerful than anyone imagined. He can see the hidden potential in weapons, artifacts, and even people, an advantage that allows him to build an unstoppable team. With this newfound determination, he sets out to prove that true strength isn't just about raw power, but about recognizing potential and using it to its fullest. If you enjoy stories like Solo Leveling, where an underestimated protagonist defies the odds and rises to greatness, this is one you won't want to miss. Before we get to our final hidden gem, if you're enjoying this list, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers this month, and your support means the world. Plus, you won't want to miss my upcoming videos on more underrated anime you need to watch. Alright, let's check out our last pick. Last but not least, we have the Red Ranger becomes an adventurer in another world. Imagine if a Power Rangers-style superhero suddenly found himself transported to a medieval fantasy world. That's exactly what happens to Tugo Asagaki, once known as Kizuna Red, the fearless leader of Adhesive Squadron Kizuna 5. During their final battle against the villainous relationship Enders, Tugo sacrifices to secure victory. However, instead of meeting his end, he awakens in a completely different world, reincarnated with a new life. Tugo embraces his new role as an adventurer, determined to continue his mission as a hero. With nothing but his martial prowess and heroic spirit, he takes on powerful foes, protects the innocent, and proves that even without futuristic technology, a true hero never stops fighting for justice. This anime combines the explosive action of classic tokusatsu shows with the adventure and RPG elements of isekai. If you're a fan of Garo or Kamen Rider and want to see that energy fused with a fantasy setting, this is one series you won't want to miss. And that wraps up my list of the most underrated anime of 2025. Which one are you adding to your watch list? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss more hidden gems and anime recommendations. See you in the next video.